Hello, everybody, and we finally have Astranova's response. Yep, Astranova has finally made a response, and it is a Google Doc, which is never really a good sign, to be honest. But let's learn and see what they have to say. Maybe, you know, I don't know. I mean, I have no clue, bro. What's going to be in this fucking document here? Let's just take a scroll and make sure there's no images, inappropriate stuff. Okay, looks good, looks good. Looks like it's just pure words. What is this? What? My POV Hattori. Okay, so this is the other person involved in the relationship. What the fuck am I looking at? Anonymous armadillo. Alrighty, but before I go into this, you know, stop harassing the people involved, you Hattori. Yeah, you know, we're not going to do any harassing. We're not going to go into my comments, you know, in this video and say, oh, don't even cheat, dog. Or Colossus's chargeability is based on Astranova's, how she could, you know what I mean. We're not doing that. It's gotten corny now. At first, it was a little funny, but now it has just gotten corny and drug. Like, it's not even a good joke anymore from like a standpoint, bro. But yeah, I'm not here to I'm gonna probably criticize. I'm not gonna be hating or nothing. This is just me learning about, you know, what Astranova has to say. And maybe you guys can learn too. Maybe you guys, you know, might form a different opinion here. I don't know, man. But we're not gonna do anything bad. We're just reading, okay? Okay, that's all we're doing. If you're reading this, you know who I am. I'll cut to the chase. Pillar chase. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be going over everything from my perspective, my apology, my thoughts and concerns on the backlash received, and what will happen in the future for me going forward. You do not have to defend me. You don't have to continue supporting me. All I ask is that you read through everything, please and thank you, okay? So we're gonna read through everything. We're even gonna go read through Hattori's. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm not. So yeah, we're gonna look at their side, okay? And before everything else, I kindly ask all of you to stop harassing the people involved, Yu and Hattori. What we all did is inexcusable, but making jokes, threats, and doxing is something I do not condone. Okay, listen. Making jokes, it's like, nah, it's whatever. Threats and doxing, no. But the jokes, it's whatever, bro. I mean, if the jokes are like fucked up, then probably. All right, just take back everything I said. Let's just continue. I'll start from the beginning. No, everything here is explained through my POV. Okay, so we're about to dive into the meats and potatoes here. But before I continue with this, I don't think like this document is gonna be Astranova like, oh, actually it wasn't cheating. No, I'm pretty sure all this is gonna be is like admitting to it and then saying they're sorry, because like what else can you do? You were caught cheating. And yeah, I don't know what else you can do, bro, unless you didn't do it, which is definitely not what's going to happen here. All right, but let's get into it. On December 3rd, I would confess to PR about how I felt for them. Shortly after, one of my other... Hey, I know it's supposed to say X's, but since I've been playing OM, bro, I've been reading that as EXCs, bro. I'm chopped, bro. Who remain anonymous as they are not involved. After a bit of thinking and multiple precautions, we both got together the next day. Everything was fine for a while until it came to my attention that Yu had also had the same feelings for me, shown to be by PR themselves. This is where things started to get a little complicated. PR and I would feel extremely bad for Yu, considering she would have confessed to me a few days after I would get with PR. PR had given me the choice. I could stay with them, or they would be openly willing to let me go and date them instead. Rotation and decision making have never been my strong suit, so this would put me in a very uncomfortable position. Me and Par ended up staying together after that. You know what's fucked up is that PR gave him the choice of like, oh, would you want to go date Yu? And bro still said no. And then he still cheated, bro. Like, that's so fucked up. All right. So on a little side note, didn't they give Yu a skin in Forsaken like right as soon as this stuff, right after this stuff happened, which not a good look, Forsaken, once again. All right, but let's continue. I met Hattori before confessing to PR, and we're good friends. The first time we talked was during a stage in the OM server, and long after we started hanging out here and there. A friend of mine would then announce to my public server VC that Hattori had a crush on me, but cutting herself off by leaving before she finished the sentence. Hattori would later then reveal these feelings to me in the DMs, later finding out that me and PR were a thing at the time. He was hurt, considering how close we became, but was still willing to be supportive. This is also fucked up, bro. So this is Hattori's. We're gonna look at his statement right after the main one. Soon after, Hattori and Yu would get together. Remember this. Okay, bro, chill. I'm remembering, bro. The idea of a polyamorous relationship was brought up as a joke by Hattori. After it was known about how I was feeling about at the current moment, before any thought or say, a group chat was formed by him. It was Hattori, Yu, and me. He had proposed the idea under a sales pitch, jokingly calling it a 2-for-1 special. Oh my god. It was said that if I wanted to get with Yu or Hattori, I'd have to be a poly. And as you would imagine, it was awkward. The night of the group chat's creation was spent just hanging out. Me and Yu weren't on board with the idea at first. Ever since the incident between PR and Yu, I had thoughts about how Yu would have confessed and gained small feelings. Hattori was aware of this as near the same time I was venting to them about the decision incident with PR and Yu. Me curious about what Yu would have said to me and one of my ex's behavior towards me at the time. He would tell me his thoughts and that I should choose my own. He did not want to be a second option, nor force anything upon me. Soon enough, Hattori would also blurt out my feelings for Yu. She catches wind and eventually the poly starts for a little while. That's fucked, bro. Like, God, I feel so bad for PR, bro, because they're so innocent in this, bro. They gave him a choice to not, like, be in the relationship, and they still chose to be in the relationship just to cheat. Just to cheat, man. Going in a couple days, stuff between Hattori and Yu would get very awkward. It was clear Yu was obviously favored me a lot more than Hattori at the time. As you would imagine, there was a lot of communication, as Yu would notice Hattori too busy to hang out sometimes. This led to us calling in DMs a lot more, making renders with only me and her. At the time of typing this, Hattori has told me that they have received nothing from Yu, and eventually they broke up, causing the poly to split pretty early on. So this all lasted like less than a month, by the way. Oh my god. At the time of writing this, I have also been informed that Yu getting together with Hattori would have been out of spite for me to notice the two matching PFPs. I also like to point out that I was not aware that anything Yu has done in the past. Bro. Yu, bro? My god, you are pissing me the fuck off. After the poly had crumbled, 4-4, the reveal. Reveal? Wait, what? After the poly had crumbled, everyone, including myself, were just left devastated. Hattori would explain how he felt like he was used during the short time and how they felt singled out. However, I wasn't out of the clear yet, and what I was doing was very wrong. After confronting Hattori in a group chat with another friend, I'll take it upon myself to go to PR and be honest about everything. Yu at the time would be there to assist me in doing so. Oh my god, before there was any sort of prep time for me, I got a call from PR letting me know that they knew about the poly with evidence They had ranted and talked me down, soon leaving with my heart dropped down to my stomach. I was scared and confused about who was showing PR before I could talk to them. After some hours, me and you were fired from the OM, and a statement from PR would come to light. After a lot of public harassment went towards the team about our departure. These two, Hattori don't really, like, he's kind of like, bro, he's like the innocent one here, bro, as long with PR. But oh my god, dude, Astro and Yu, Jesus Christ, dude. Ah, man, this, oh my god, I don't know. Apology. I would like to give a huge apology to all the people who have looked up to me included. You know, I used to look up to them because they made insane music. My friends who were there for me when I needed them the most, and PR especially, who has put full trust in me and were willing to love me, no matter the circumstances. Exactly. And you broke that trust. I hope you feel good about yourself. Things should not have gotten that far as it did, and I especially should have been honest earlier. Not only have I broken the trust of many, but I've broken the trust of something that could have been special for you. You were willing to put yourself on the line for me, to help me, to be honest with me, and I completely disregarded your wishes. So to you, PR, I deeply apologize for hurting you the most. Hope that whatever comes next for you is nothing but the best, and that you are in good health. I mean, that's all you can really do in this situation, is apologize for the horrible things you've done. For my friends, I've let you all down. Some of you were here for the longest. Some of you know me recently, but all of you looked up to me. You all thought I was very kind and supportive, and to be hit with all sort of news about me is something I know is very disheartening. Disheartening? Never heard of that word. I deeply apologize for hurting all of you. I want you guys to know that after this is all out, I'll be working hard to be a better version of myself and to make sure this doesn't happen again. Yeah, buddy, you don't fucking say. I mean, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, or whatever the fuck the saying is. What I did was extremely wrong, and cheating is certainly something I despise. Oh, really? Really? You despise it? Then why'd you do it? I am deeply disappointed in myself just as much as everyone else is during this time. I've already made it clear to PR, a few dev members I was in contact with, and a few of my close friends that I will be taking this as a lesson, and gave assurance that this is something that will not happen in the future. I will take as much time to learn, grow, and improve upon myself. Man, you can't. This is not a learning experience. Everyone knows that cheating is wrong. This is common sense. This is not a learning experience. Whatever, bro. Regarding the backlash. Now, something important I want to touch on is the way the community handled this information. Oh, yeah. It's pretty bad. I'm not even gonna lie. I have nothing else to say than this made me extremely disappointed, livid, and scared altogether. Scared? Scared cause what? Cracked relationship? The joke comments were one thing, and I will go out of my way to say that it was valid for my actions. You know what? It's like the first true thing Astranova has ever said, bro. It's valid. I'm glad me and you are on the same. I'm sorry. I'm glad me and you are on the same point as this. As much as it hurt to see the comments like "don't cheat," "partners no more," "cracked relationship," upon many others, it was deserved for what I did. I agree with you there. However, I do not appreciate the hate songs, gore, NSFW art of my characters. When was either of these done? Excuse me? I did hear the hate songs, and hey, bro, I'm not gonna lie, one of them was kind of fire, bro. Me being compared to awful people who have done way worse, and the calls to me being a predator / Epstein Especially this community has taken everything out of proportion, and it hurts to see my name tarnished under these accusations. Your name has already been tarnished, so... But I mean, yeah, that's fucked up, and they shouldn't do that. I'd like to shout out the valid criticisms I have been receiving regarding the situation, though all of you have been what's pushing me to improve and learn as a human being. I'm forever grateful for every respectful comment. Listen, bro, when I made that video, I didn't see a single... I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I was making that video, I didn't see a single respectful comment, bro. Like, never. What happens next? After this is posted, I'll be taking some time to myself to reflect and grow from this incident. Bro. Okay. I want to show the people who still have hope for me that I am able to take accountability and change for the better. Let's see it. Let's say you change for the better. I want to continue to be the person people look up to or enjoy being around. I'm sorry, bro, but in this community, that's gone. That's out of the window. In some other communities, maybe, bro. Give or take 3 or 2 years, bro. Along with this, I'll be leaving several projects, community servers, and the OM community altogether. While I enjoyed my time making songs for OM and interacting in its community, I think it would be for the better if I left it all behind. I've seen the ups and downs of it all, and I can only hope things can get better at some point. True. So to the team behind OM, thank you for allowing me to help produce music for such an amazing project. I only hope to see this game get higher and higher than before. Keep pushing forward. As the catastrophes, it is unknown what will happen in the future because of this situation. But I will say also that it gives... Wait, what? I will say also that it was a pleasure to work with such talented people. I hope you guys will be able to release the game and get the recognition it deserves. You all have insane potential. I still want to do one thing I love doing. Oh, no, it says I still want to do the one thing I love doing. So I hope that one day I can continue to share more of my work with the world. Astranova. So, I mean, that's about it. I mean, summary. Bro says sorry for cheating. I mean, that's about it, man. I do well, this is gonna sound bad when I say this, but I don't mean it like in such a bad way, but I feel like you should have gotten as much hate as Astranova did for this. Bro just like got off scot-free. Not really many people talk about when about this whole situation. I feel like they should have been as, you know, I don't want to say bullied, because that would just sound like I'm trying to like endorse harassment, which is not what I'm trying to say. But it's just like they did more. They're worse than Astranova in this situation. I feel like they should have been getting more of the backlash. You know what I'm saying? They just kind of like snuck away. Again, I'm not saying, oh, I just wish you got us more harassment than Astranova. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, you know, I don't know. It feels like they just got off scot-free, in my opinion. But anyways, now we are on my POV Hattori. After a bit of pushing and me finding Yu attractive at that point, I was willing to try being with Yu. I'm really not trying to read all this. Let me just skim through it here. Also, isn't Yu before any of this like a bad person? So, forsake it. The poly thing would last less than a whole week. Bro. Throwing all that out the window. for something that didn't even last a week. Are we shitting me right now? Are you shitting me? You gots to be fisting me. Alright, what's this? Next day I had my driver's test. I was extremely nervous already since my parents had high expectations. You know what? I get that. The morning you broke up with me, she told me that I was leaving because she was experimenting the waters with her sexuality. What? Experimenting the waters with her sexuality? But after my test, I was celebrating with Astra, only to again be told that only by her that she would actually be breaking up with PR extremely soon, and she would likely be getting with you. That again was more devastating news, but it honestly felt relieving. The following day and night, I felt a mix of sadness and happiness, and the day following, I was ready to move on from everything PR found out. Damn. I'm pretty sure this guy got doxxed, by the way. Oh yeah. Phone calls? What the fuck? Whoa! 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 Yo! Oh, Jesus Christ, this community is bad. A pocket knife? What? Dude, fuck this community, honestly. Like, I know these guys are bad. Well, not this guy, but like the other two, they're pretty bad. But like, fuck, this guy's innocent, bro. Why are we doing this to him, bro? This is fucked up, man. This is, oh my gosh. That's so fucked. So, yeah. That is the statement from Astranova. That is the statement from Astranova. So yeah. I mean, I don't really know how to feel about this. I mean, all they did was say sorry. There's nothing really new to the situation. Hopefully they genuinely do take the time and become a better person. Learn from somehow cheating. I don't know what that really means, but yeah, you know, learning experience, I guess. What is really fucked up is that people are sending stuff and calling the home of that guy's house, which is really fucked up and disappointing. Do not dox me, guys. I'm on your guys' team. Please don't dox me. And I feel like you shouldn't be, you know, just free to go. They kind of just like skedaddled out of the situation when they were like the driving force behind all of it. I'm not even gonna lie, they were like the driving force behind all of it. And they just got their own skin in Forsaken, which is not a good look for Forsaken again. But other than that, that's me. You know, I better not see. We're not gonna do the comments in this video, all right? Like I said before, we're not doing the don't cheats and all that stupid little corny stuff. Not doing it, all right? But yeah, that's my takes. That's me covering it. Hope you guys have a good day, and you know, stop harassing everybody, all right?